Bye of logo, the banner rather, placed down.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that odd guild, the Church of. Has a player been turned to a bigger meme than TZ while still being good?
S4, I would say. You know, do you remember?
Yeah, that's true.
So it's another good one.
But that's also because S4 only talks to TI players, so that's the only thing he ever says to people that are not TI winners, you know.
I mean, I think Loda back in the day, you know, is that balanced. Of course, he no longer plays now, but he's had a long, successful career, I think I would argue. FNG is in a bit of trouble here. Yeah, Absor, though. It's already thrown out the stun. We'll have another one in a couple more seconds, but they won't be able to get much of anything here.
Hanskin just TP'd and canceled. That was, I don't know if he guessed the lanes wrong of what happened, but yeah. Definitely not what they were looking for. In the end, Nico Baby will be TPing down bot, so it seems like they want the Luna matchup. I can only presume. Interesting. Like Luna versus Timber, I mean.
Yeah, of course. This is
not a good matchup.
For the Timber, right?
Yeah, for the Timber. In fact, I would say Timber versus Pango is kind of a freebie.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd go that far, but I mean, I don't think you definitely don't want to be laning here. I mean, basically, anytime Luna catches even a whiff of S4, he's just going to go out and hit him with a Lucent Beam. Matumbaman will gladly use literally all of his entire mana pool here just to be able to zone him away, as we see both supports contesting each other with this creep wave skip. We'll check mid lane just because I want to see what Limp is building. Looks like it was a first point in the Corrosive Skin based on the amount of mana he has.
He loves this against the Puck. He loves it against the Puck, because that way Puck can't harass you properly, and if Puck uses Illusory Orb, he will take damage. Well, to push the lane, or to like get a creep wave. Sorry, get a creep or self-seed like that, and then Nisha will now take a bit of damage, and Limp will take much less damage. And you just outlasted him because your projectile's actually surprisingly fast, and you have decent attack damage. And Limp is very good on last hitting on this hero because he loves the Viper.
Really quite curious as to why Puppey decided to go with brown boots on the Chen first. A lot of the time it's just a ton of regen, or it's, oh, okay, there's the Centaur Courser, or it's like a headdress and a stack of tangos, you know, with the playing with the Divine Saber in lane. Did. I don't know if he meant to.
Must have. Pro players don't do anything by mistake.
It's true. No mistakes ever made.
Exactly. Okay, so the Courser won't do anything against Hanskin or against the Timber Saw, but at least he can... I mean, there's nothing. He does nothing at all. Puppey is just going to stack, try to play the lane a bit more. He got lucky with the small camp, actually. You can do a single pull and get rid of the range creep. Very well done, actually. This is the best small camp if you want to... This and Ghosts are the two best small camps if you want to get a single pull.
Anything else? You get the Foreman. He's nice to have, but sorry, Core Wisp is not good anymore. You got to send him back, stack the camp. But the Vools... And as well as those Ghosts. Not bad at all. And Venomed Weapon, what are you going to do now, Timbersaw? One stack of the reactive armor being nullified.
Oh, so good. Look at this Vool. I mean, it might be one of the best creeps that actually deals a fair amount of damage, though. 33 is no joke, honestly, for like level 2 creep. Or level 3, rather, sorry.
Going pretty easy for Zai, I would say.
Look at Hanskin, he's struggling against the Vool Assassin. Yes, it might look like Puppey's dealing more damage, but it's really the Vool. It's the intimidation factor.
I mean, just watch this regen shoot back up. Again, one of Nyx's biggest assets in the laning stage is to be able to his armor in the regen. Oh, he's refreshed it.
And the middle of Tango as well, actually.
Yeah, I know. That's why I brought it. Look at S4 as well. Needs to get out of here. He's going to get the salve a little bit canceled. Yeah, he completely... That was one Tango used. The only Tango actually Hanskin had left. You know, reduced by a third, basically, thanks to the Envenomed Weapon. It's not huge. It's, you know, you're not gonna see that on any highlight replays or anything, but it adds up in the long run. Yeah, Absor. Drop for first blood. No, he refuses, but FNG insists there with the attack out from the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, little known fact, by the way, the word value comes from Vool. That's why. It's in Old English. Value is just said Vool. That's why the name of the creep is that. It had nothing to do with the fact that it's null is copyrighted and they couldn't use that.
I see. Yes, that must be it.
That's why Puppey is keeping it alive so much. I mean, that kill in the bottom lane already looking good. The Pango needs to get a bit lucky in this lane. He already has the corrosive... Yeah, the Orbital Corrosion, sorry, which is pretty good. But unfortunately, yeah, the Brown Maze does annoy him a bit. Nico is playing quite aggressive against Zai. And if you don't get lucky with those lucky shots, you really can't match the spend whatsoever.
Got a DD. Oh, sorry, I thought he had a DD rune active. It does not. Of course, power runes don't spawn for another 2 or 1.5 minutes, so that would have been impossible. But the nice part about having someone like a Sven or a Wraith King is that FNG just doesn't have to set himself up with the Bramble Maze. You can just kind of throw this stun at a time when Zai is not expecting it for a ton of basically free damage. A couple of last hits or auto attacks guaranteed out from the carry. Feels really, really nice to play into compared to something, you know, like a Bramble Maze that needs to set up for something like a Split Earth instead. I
agree. The Bramble Blade is not immediate either. Pango has a swashbuckle to get away, so Stormhammer, I agree, just throw it freely. And he went for a Sage Mask for this very reason as well. The Willow will eventually go for Ring of Basilius, and that will give you enough regen to just spam that Stormhammer. Not like you're gonna use any other spells, honestly. I also like the Svens that go for the 2 or even 3 points of Stormhammer. I think it's a really useful ability for lane.
Oh, I agree. It's the best way to lane versus a hero like a Pangolier, because he's rather difficult to kill, but if you can just get him low enough, wear through all of his regen, and you know, keep him away from last hitting creeps. So far, you've been able to do that. Of course, 27-4 right now for Zai compared to 28-5. Then you'll be putting yourself in a good position. Zai's out of regen, but he does pick up the infused raindrops. This little dodge there, picking up a couple of CS in the meantime. Zai, as smooth as ever, you can tell he's getting ready to enter the bone zone here.
Yeah, S4 on the top lane is trying to rush for that Hooded Defiance to survive against the Luna. He's getting a really tough lane. To nobody's surprise because Luna just destroys him. And that means free farming Luna. Luckily, Limp will make up for this though, I would say. As in the mid lane, Limp has been destroying the puck. As he usually does when he plays Viper, just farm up a bunch. Usually goes for the Boots of Travel first, and then you become a secondary core together with the Sven.
Hold on, the Absol is actually making use of this haste run, looking to run down bottom, but they're going to be able to pick him off. Be able to just outrun with the Morbid Mass now and getting a healing salve up from FNG. Is this Nico Baby already moving into the jungle at level 5? 2 points here in the Great Cleave. It looks like he'll at least farm this camp. But there is a wagon in the lane that someone's going to need to take care of here.
Will that be... Sven's coming back, sort of?
Will just wants to cheekily farm a wave there, heading into the power treads, but this is basically free damage.
There's the Cursed Crown though for Zai. He doesn't have the ultimate just yet. Zai's out of mana. Has a shield crash, 6 seconds for that Swashbuck audio seal crash. No way to dispel that, so he does the damage reduction. Waiting for the Shadow Realm. It's only level 1 though, that's not going to kill Zai. Yabs are even covering him just in case. And the tower actually took a fair amount of damage to the catapult. Nico Baby stuck in the trees. Zai's playing aggressively.
It might go down. Yapsor as well, zoning them away. Yeah, look at that. They might set up for the kill into FNG. They need a little bit more damage with the minus armor. They got him.
This kill squad of Pango plus Lion. Now level 6 in the Pango as well. We'll have Rolling Thunder. Nisha's even rotating to guarantee this tower.
Yeah, they've completely zoned out S4. He's level 4. Luna's already level 6, holding on to 2 skill points, pardon me, in case S4 gets a little bit too crazy. But yeah, there's the rotation coming. Nisha, unfortunately, unable to net the tower, as they will eventually be able to get rid of the creep wave and hence the wagon. Strong start for Secret, though.
Very, very strong start. They should be very happy with it, especially once they get the bottom tower. This will open up the map, and they'll be able to hunt down the Sven in the jungle, which is why Nico Baby's like, quick, clear the stacks before they come for them. And he only has like a very basic one, but it'll do for now. He's starting to restack it, not going to do it successfully. In fact, Nisha already on the hunt to a degree as Dream Coil. Viper is not as good a rotator as the Puck. He's usually a bit more of a farmer. As you can see by the Boots of Travel build, he just wants the farm in the early. And this is where Secret should take advantage of.
9 wand charges accumulated there for Nico Baby. He's going to be pretty content to just move away. This is his tower going to go down, and unfortunately Timber is in, well, frankly, no position to even challenge Luna for taking this tier 1 tower. It'll end up dropping to the creep wave here. FNG, he's got Shadow Realm ready to deny it, but Yaps are doing a good job keeping him at bay to make sure that that's not going to be a possibility here. Now, we're kind of riding on the advantage that this Viper has built. He is about to have BOTs. He's got very respectable farm here on Limp. But it's going to be a while before this turns into like a really, really scary Viper. He's going to need the Nyx Assassin to get a little bit more, to get a couple more levels, I should say, level 4 currently, and look for kills. Is he going to snap coil? Nope, not able to get it done. Nisha waited for the Carapace to come out. Hanskin then will just TP away.
Oh wow, a TP to face of Nisha. Nisha feeling very useless. He already used the coil. Nyx not the easiest to kill. Decent armor, good regen. And the Puck is not strong enough just yet, especially because Limp just denied him out of lane. The only concern here for Alliance is really S4. I think this fan can recover nicely, but Secret What they need to do here is start hunting down the Sven, make sure S4 can't recover either, and punish this greed that Limp went for.
Zai is sneaking around in the trees here. FNG, though, with the Tranquils delivered, should be able to stay alive here relatively easily. Just really soaking that experience up for level 6 as YapzOr with a quick deward is going to force a couple of rotations his way. Limp is fast. BOT is completed. Should have no problems closing the gap onto YapzOr. YapzOr knows he's coming as well. He's underneath 2 wards, but Limp decides it's more efficient to farm a medium camp than to try and kill a Lion.
All right, Secret. With Lion, you just need to get him to level 6 so you can go hunting, though. Zai needs to kill more creeps, get him more experience here. As we hear Sven farming the triangle in the top lane, S4 could be in trouble. Zai's had to rotate. He's done waiting for Lion. He wants to kill S4. With a hood, he's taking a fair damage from the Eclipse, but surprised he didn't activate the hood there.
YapzOr is in a lot of trouble. He's going to eat almost a full, well, he will eat the full Bedlam. He gets caught by the Bramble Maze and killed off in return, of course. S4 being a much more valuable grab, though, for the likes of Secret than the Lion was. Mid lane level 6 even further.
Reach the poor Sven, but they know TPs are coming for sure, so they're just going to at least annoy him, right? If not, they can't kill him. They already killed the Timber. They're not too unhappy with that Secret. And they can push a tower as a result. I guess he was dead with Hood or without it, but you might as well use the Hood, by the way. Mask of Madness on Matumba. Now time to vacuum farm the jungle, as Luna's like to do, and Sven will do the same. Let's see what the faster farmer is.
No, I think, yeah, we already have Greater Cleave maxed. Only 3 points here at this stage in the Moonglaze. Is there a level discrepancy? There is, but actually it's in favor of Matumba Man. 3 points here in the Lunar Blessing just for more stats.
Nice face shift, but that sets up for the Vendetta kill. Handskin will just get Nisha's life. Pretty big deal here for Alliance. As S4 continues to cut the top lane. There's the Rolling Thunder. They want a second kill with a Finger of Death. It'll be successful. No need for the Eclipse this time. Yet again, that Hood not used. Not that it would have saved them this time either.
Yeah, unfortunately, Alliance, they were almost in a position to capitalize off of that kill onto the Puck mid lane. But unfortunately, with S4 trying to continue split pushing top lane, at least forcing Luna out of the jungle, and without the strongest pushers, at least in the early game here, Alliance, they can't really do much of the tower. They get the Fortify out at the very least. Secret without ultimates are going to have to like just kind of have a couple of people guarding the tower. And speaking of ultimates, there's an ulti onto the Nyx Assassin. Gets the Invis rune though. He'll be allowed to leave. Protection at the ready here for Nisha.
Hanskin is going to look for a Matumba Man. I think just to scout, though. I don't think he's setting up for any kills, really. He's just stealing experience as well. Another kill, Puppy. Yep. Sven, he got punched. No more Warcraft for him. Hanskin comes from behind. Swashbuckle disarming the Sven.
So it's got ult intact.
Nico baby, so slow. Is he in trouble? Or perhaps it just baited Zai into the wrong position? He has the Swashbuckle, though. He should be able to make out of here alive. Rolling Thunder to re-engage. Secret still want these skills, but Zai, is this too much? No, at least getting the kill on Hanskin is valuable here. But he's going to sacrifice himself for the welfare of the team. The well-being of the team.
Just tucked away here in the trees. Nice and neat. Secret will rotate through the jungle. Maybe set the rise onto the mid lane. No, continuing to farm away here at a pretty healthy pace. Let's finish off the Echo Saber here for Nico Baby. Liking to go for that farm item to try and keep pace with the Luna. In the meantime, S4 is allowed to get some farm, some gold, some experience, and most importantly, some one-on-one time with that tier 1 top tower, and he's managed to dismantle that.
Tumba Man. He's going to die in the bottom lane. That was a free for Alliance. Not expecting the damage from FNG. Yeah, is pushing it too hard. His team behind him. They're going to kill the Dark Willow. Using the Shallow Realm. She's going to survive for now. The Dream Coil finishing her off. Hanskin still looking for Nisha on Mana Burn. They go Nisha's Mana, but doesn't really matter as Hanskin's been left alone. Chen will be able to secure that kill. S4 does want to rumble. With the healing, it'll become a bit difficult. YapzOr's also joined the fray. S4 a bit dubious about this initiation. Keep his distance. Not engage. They've made some space for the Sven, though, and killing the Luna was really worth it, even if you lost the 2 supports there.
I am perplexed on how Matumba Man found himself in that position. It looks like the rest of Secret were like, all right, we'll push this last wave and move through the jungle. We'll farm our way mid and look to make plays from there. Either you go triangle or, we push tier 1 tower if we can find anyone foolish enough to be in our way on the way back out. When someone went, yeah, sounds good, and then farm one more wave down bottom and just, eat so much damage up from the Willow. Bedlam, no joke.
Yeah, honestly, I don't think he was expecting that, to be honest. I don't think that he thought, oh, Willow's gonna burst me from 100 to 0 in a matter of seconds. Limp helped a bit, of course. Poison attack does reduce man. To make sure that the Luna can't really. She might need a BKB a bit earlier than she's hoping for. But if she goes for BKB too early, then she won't farm as efficiently. She'll have to fight, and also on top of that, the Viper Strike will still deny her a fair amount.
Might not be a bad choice considering that Nico Baby is now deciding to go into the BKB after he's completed his own farming item, being the Echo Saber. Should have no problems keeping pace with the Luna, if not out-farming her, especially if there are any more deaths out from a Tumbaman like the one we've just seen. Puppey now has both Hand of God and Mech ready to go. No points in the Divine Favor yet, instead choosing to max the Holy Persuasion to spread the word of Obelus.
Yeah, I like the build though. I think there's no point in Divine Favor these days anymore. Unless you have like a very specific heal-based build, just go for the Phantom. It's quite strong now that it gives you bonus attack speed. S4. Hey, he got the hood off though.
Did. Nisha a little bit maybe preemptive here, as unfortunately the Centaur Stomp is not in time. Okay, Nisha just overestimating his damage. I mean, he's strong, he's got Witchblade, so he's very eager to get some kills going, but has yet to really get too many fruitful Dream Coils.
The concern right now is I feel like the timing here for the Luna is not as easy as the Sven. Your win opportunity is not as wide open. Okay, they go for the Nyx first. Terrorite to disengage. Matumba chasing after S4 as Hanskin gets bursted down. But S4 was just giving this team a bit of time. As the two supports die though, Secret might be able to go further into Limp or perhaps even a tower too.
Yeah, I think with both supports down, Sven has no interest in showing up and fighting, especially versus a Luna. Luna, not the best range in the game, but able to get off just way too much damage than Sven would be interested in. Not to mention, of course, he'd be fighting 3v5, and they're just going to have to acquiesce the tower then. Puppey looking to be as annoying as possible, though, getting into the face of S4. Another stomp on the way back out from the Centaur Conqueror. They got the Foreman, looking to now run for their lives. From the side comes Nico Baby, doesn't even need the ultimate for the kill. Nisha hoping for enough damage to nuke through S4. That's not going to happen even with the Witchblade projectile. Nisha to at least dodge the stun, but here comes Nico Baby. The Terrorize is going to connect, but it's S4 cutting down Nisha through the stun duration from the Stormhammer. Way too much damage and just a step too far out from Team Secret, who were just hoping for a quick little +1 kill, it would seem.
Yeah, instead, they lost a puck for free there. They, again, gave a lot of space to the Sven, who was just free farming for a while. In fact, the Sven is looking for yet another kill on Matumba. He has Echo Saber plus Mask of Madness.
Again, it's
a good combo to get a kill. In fact, Matumba has a good blink. They don't have the God Strength, though. That's it, Mask of Madness instead. Matumba is not going to be able to make it out alive. Oh, and the God! That's going to be enough healing. Petlam chasing after the Impale, sets up for the kill. Zai using the Rolling Thunder, stopping Nico Baby. They want to counter initiate, and they will get FNG. Nico Baby's been left behind, still has a Blink Dagger, but cancelled immediately by the Rolling Thunder. He won't be able to get away. Secret lose their carry, but exchange. They take the enemy carry as well. Hanskin just wanted to survive this. TP immediately. They cancel with an Earthquake, and that's going to be 3 kills going the way of Secret. They dove way too far there on the lines.
Yeah, it was crazy. That was like a who could dive farther competition. Secret looking for that cheeky +1 kill. I admire the confidence by Puppey to think that he could kill a Timbersaw, who granted was on 1/3 HP, but at that stage you were already next to the tier 2 in the mid lane. So they get completely enveloped, cut off because Nico Baby quickly realizes they're overextending. They smoke up and they do literally one step further. They dive past a tier 1 bot lane and then themselves get enveloped, lose their hard carry. At least they killed Matumba Man before they all died, but rough going here for Team Secret, or sorry, for Alliance in that.
I feel like if you just activate God's Strength there and then kill Matumba a bit quicker, then you can retreat in time. I'm not sure why you activated Mask of Madness before God's Strength. Or why he blinked in. I don't know if maybe it was on cooldown, but when he blinked in and made that I didn't see in time because it was already silenced.
Here in the replay, it was ready to go. I think the thing we were waiting to come off cooldown, I'm not sure actually. Hand of God, unfortunately not enough. FNG doing a good job. Doesn't care if he dies there. Just needs to get that kill onto the Luna. That at least makes it, arguably worth it if you can, get a +1 item on something like this. Luna doesn't live. Sure, we lose Sven. It's a 1-for-1. it's still just way too far from both teams. So I like the aggression, though. I love the aggression. I'm not going to lie. Is going to be then a small lead out from Team Secret. They hold on to the tower as well. And in fact, I think Secret at the end of the day are going to be a bit happier with that, because at least after they dove, or before they dove, they managed to get an objective, whereas Alliance don't get much, just to kill onto the Luna.
Exactly. Yeah, that's true. So you're a bit happy with that. The only issue, of course, the Alliance currently has 2 cores that are really, really farmed, whereas you only have 1, and you're kind of flexing into that 4-1. Zai really falling behind in this Pango here. Even though I like Aura Pango more than the kind of Maelstrom, you know, fighting Pango, there's going to be a point where Luna's going to get outfarmed, or just outmatched by the Viper and the Sven. FNG, I don't think this is the best position for you. There's a bunch of creeps coming after him. FNG the Zookeeper.
I think it's got to be, like, I think you're right about that, Avo, but I also think it's got to be, like, during this long duration BKB. Because we've got really, really great ways of kiting out a Sven, or even just, you know, hitting him with a lucky shot to stop him from bursting through a Luna, who at that stage, well, let's assume they just have equal farm, right? Should have a Satanic if Sven is able to cleave a Luna 100-0 with, you know, just a couple of auto attacks. But it has to be during one of these long BKBs. Or you need just a god-like setup from your supports, which we have seen out from Hanskin and Taiga, so not out of the question.
FNG just trying to play down with the terrorize.
FNG. They spoke.
Yeah, FNG, if you're just good terrorize, unfortunately, he's not quite in range, so the Roshan will fall. At least he took advantage of this time for S4 to just push tower for free and also get a fair amount of farm recovering. He went for a very cheap build in the Kai and Sanj. I love this build where your Timber Saw's behind, because it's easy to recover with this build, makes you really useful, very nicely tanky. Sanj just has such great synergy with Timber Saw.
Hanskin might set up for a kill here. Nisha. Yeah, there they go. Got strength with the Blink Dagger from Nico Baby. Immediately bursted through. They don't even need the Viper. Nicely
Nico
done.
Baby was ready for that, and this time he did activate God's Strength. He knows he's not going to take chances any longer. There's playing efficiently, and there's playing too efficiently, and I feel like Nico Baby discovered, just use your ulti, man. Even if it's a bit of an overkill, it's worth it.
I mean, you don't want to do that versus a Puck. Like you called in the draft, Chen, not a strong hero. We don't see a lot of him, but his biggest strength is going to be that global burst healing, right? Puppy, if he thinks there's even a glimmer of hope that the Puck lives there, which maybe there's a chance if God's Strength isn't active, might be able to buy the Puck enough time to phase shift and then just get out of dodge, right? That would be crushing for Alliance, who will be able to pick up the kill, as well as that tier 2 tower. So there's immediately an objective there, and wasting no time to pump the ulti this time around is Go Baby, immediately paying off for him. A kill onto Matumba that they might have preferred, but it's still a kill onto a core. The patience out from Hanskin.
I'd argue that the kill on Puck might even be more important, because you, first of all, you put the psychological pressure that if you cut lanes, we're going to catch you, right? Nixon will always be there. We have Puta Travel and Viper. Good luck trying to get away from that. That's the first point, from a more human perspective. The second point is that the more this happens, the more Secret is conditioned to go for Protect 1, and we know those kind of drafts are easily countered with just the right itemization, especially with the Luna. I mean, I think Luna's a good hero, but I don't think Luna is a good hero as a solo core. Compared to a Sven, who easily will carry your team.
Yeah, I hear the Willow Egg Shard already completed, and that is going to make life a little bit more difficult here for our Luna. They're going to smoke up now in the triangle. Again, leading them into battle, hooking around, or looking to hook around from the side anyway. Matumba already using the Manta style. Actually, gonna look to farm one more wave, but Secret got plenty of support behind him as well in the river. Zai specifically in the trees, positioned perfectly to break smokes. They're gonna split the fight first. It's Nico Baby looking to go from behind, but they're gonna blink away on Yapso just in time. BKB active, trying to move through Zai, having a lot of damage. They're gonna lose Hanskin first. As Matumba, there's gonna be the Hand of God healing. Zai nearly killed off by the cleave. As finally Nisha showing up to fight, dropping a 2-man coil, but Matumba went back around the trees. He's gonna end up losing only the first life here. We'll look to reset off the back end of this. Terrorize, no, almost dodged there by the Manta style, and that's going to be now way more damage on Matumba. That gets the ulti off, but immediately killed off as Yapsor trying his best to keep enemies at bay. It's going to be Nico Baby alive on 80 HP. So there's a quick pause out from Yapsor.
Let's get to the middle. Guys, I did miss my spells. I just DC'd. And he's going to die for sure there. Yeah, that sucks. Lions just took a really important team fight. I mean, Sven was doubting. He's like, is this really a freebie on the Luna? Because she was so far out of position, but it was. And he didn't want to take the Luna kill first because, of course, she had the Aegis, but you know, if it's given to you on a silver platter, you eat it, right? Limp even had it there. Limp was just attacking her. It's like, is Luna not moving? She was even charging forward, hoping that she would survive long enough. But with Mask of Madness and Manta style, you don't even have a BKB. You have nothing for that second life. They can just control you and murder you.
Yeah, really great job by Hanskin. He does end up dying in this occasion, but what he crucially does, as I believe he stops, I think that was Puck and Puppy from joining that fight as quickly as, or they stopped him from joining as quickly as they possibly could have. He lands a nice carapace and then impale onto the other to prevent either heals, the penitents, neutral creeps, whatever it may be here. And that might have been a couple of crucial seconds as we are still paused for that act from Yapzor. Is very untimely on pause here, unfortunately for him. Oh, I mean, he is you know, certified dead for sure. I'm not quite a master tier witch doctor yet, but with my training and practice, I can diagnose the lion with death.
Yes, that's a very appropriate diagnosis for witch doctor. I feel like that's a diagnose. That guy seems like the plague doctors from 1700. Or you either have death or you need leeches because you have too much blood.
You got too much blood in you. We got to get some of that blood out. Your blood is too angry. Here, have some leeches.
Say something.
Yeah.
It's interesting to think that the leeches wouldn't make the guy angry, right? I always thought that whole idea was just a leech farmer that thought, why am I farming these animals? Like, no use to them whatsoever. You can't eat them. My dad gave me this farm. It's trash. It's just insects. I gotta tell people that this is good for them somehow.
Yeah, of course. It was like the guy who farmed snake oil. He had the same problem, didn't he?
Yes, exactly. It's all these things. And now, you know, in today's modern science, it's the juicers. But it's the same idea. It's the same idea behind these people. It's people that have a bad idea and they think, what if I sell it better?
Well, we'll see how that works out here. Unfortunately for Yapzor, I think even if you cover this lion in leeches, he's not making it out of this one. Whirling down.
Lion is the leech, man. He has mana drain. He's 100% the leech.
He's very dead here. He is very dead.
Here's another question that's unrelated. Think lion hexes you into a fish because then when your mana, it tastes better? Sushi.
You know, I can honestly say, Avo, I've got maybe a couple of hundred lion games. I have never thought about it. Never thought about it like that.
What's the point out? Where's Jenkins? Jenkins would have an
Where's Jenkins? Jenkins would be able. Jenkins, you know, he'd say, well, you know, first I'd want Lion to carbonate my water with the mana drain, you know, and with that level 20 talent of mana drain can now target allies.
Oh, it's true.
To refill them.
Days.
Yeah, you know, hey, can you carbonate my soda water? Thank you very much, you know. And then I think he would be able to give an impression. You know, it's all about the bubbles with that, man.
True. So as Jenkins will throw, I was like, oh, actually, I wrote a 20-page essay on why Lion should turn you. It's just a bunch of like, get me out, written a bunch of times.
There's a couple of drawings in there as well, some Scrabbles and scribbles in a different language.
I love that it's a Scrabble as well. There's like actually Scrabble pieces.
Yeah, it's you know, Jenkins he thought that you know, he thought that, you know, doing the cutouts of a magazine was a little bit too mainstream, so he does it with Scrabble pieces instead.
Oh, that's so much smarter. That is so much smarter. I never thought of that. So if I see someone buying Scrabble because nobody plays that game anymore, he's probably gonna kidnap someone. That's what you're telling me. That makes a lot of sense, actually. They always look weird. There's always one guy in glasses. He looks both sides when he grabs the Scrabble.
I mean, he's either gonna do that or he's just gonna write his, you know, document about how, you know, should you turn someone into a sheep, a chicken, or a fish before you mana drain them? What would taste better? Master thesis, 45 pages, 13,000 words by Jake.
But
also,
that's his name. But what's not going to taste good is Lion's death right now, and the fact that Secret is just now lost to control the ad over the game against Sven Viper. We talked about this. You have a soul win condition here in the Luna. Definitely not what you're looking for. The window opportunity, I think. No, he's dead. The window opportunity of a Luna, I feel like, is honestly quite limited, and you have to play really well around it. And if the enemy team either knows that window opportunity is very adaptable or variable, and they play accordingly, or if you yourself misplay and can't take advantage of it very well, the hero can easily become dead weight. We saw this very often, actually. If you watch the NADPC on Sad Boys, they would run the Luna a lot, and not very successful.
Hanskin. Great stun onto Nisha. Burns all of the mana.
using the Witchblade for
3
stuns.
wand charges. Okay, but he's going to be able to escape. Hey, it was a good effort from Hanskin. I commend it. I commend it.
And honestly, that's pretty good. I mean, you're 4 Nyx. What else are you meant to do, really? That's the mid laner that you just stopped for a couple of seconds. In fact, Limp was even trusting his teammates so much, he was rushing down bottom with a bullwhip.
I didn't mean to cut you off because I think you're like, this is a game-defining fight, to be quite honest with you, that we've just witnessed. And you were making a good point about the sad boys.
Oh, actually, Nico Baby, wait. Nico Baby's in trouble. Actually, he just walked in.
Okay.
Oh no! Nico Baby! He was hit with a classic, oh, game got paused, what was I doing again? And they just lost control over the game. Limp is also in trouble. Zaya's coming back in. Limp is forced to activate PKP. Limp can still TP back because he used the bullwhip instead. Okay, that was the pause just killed the momentum there.
It really did. It really like it. I mean, that's the unfortunate reality, you know, of online tournaments. But just real unlucky for both teams. I want to say just an awkward time. I'm sure YapzOr maybe was disconnected or had some problems just before in that fight. You know, you never know. But now it's Secret pushing right back down the other way. Seems like, you know, it's like when you miss the bus. You know, Luna missed her timing on the first one, but don't worry, there was actually another bus right behind. She might be able to catch that one here.
Looking pretty. It's looking a bit bad now for Alliance yet again because due to that unnecessary death, and they can take a lot of advantage of this. They have a decent pushing lineup. And this is the window opportunity. Luna still being active, right? It's not completely down. I was talking about how it's going to fall back, but not with this death. They go for S4. S4 is going to be burst down thanks to the Finger of Death. There's the Dream Coil as well. Sven's back, though, so they can fight this somewhat without a Timber. Maybe they don't want to force this too hard, but they're going to take a kill on Puppey if they can make it. There's Puppey dying to the Viper. Then the Stormhammer onto Matama, and Matama's going to fall. Yet again out of position. Alliance will take that free kill if they can.
This game has just been back and forth here for both Alliance and Secret. It was first with the tier 1 tower that Secret got running beyond the tier 2s and losing a couple lives. Alliance immediately after returning the favor underneath the bottom tier 2 for Secret. Secret overexpending top lane on the tier 1 push. You know, awkward pause for sure. You know, Matamba losing Aegis and his second life, but then Nico Baby just does the same thing, and Secret they'll tip the hat right back where Alliance just gave him. Here we are yet again. I mean, are we on the bus or are we off the bus? Now I'm confused in my metaphor.
It's very confusing, honestly, because I feel like Secret, I mean, maybe they were affected by the pause as well, who knows, but it's been like 2 times where Matamba is a bit further away from his team. I guess it's kind of difficult for Matamba to play, though, to be fair, because you're playing a Luna, and you're sort of a range carry. You kind of you can tank a fair amount, but you have nobody to fulfill that tank role. Pango doesn't do that very well. The Puck definitely doesn't do that. Neither of your supports does that. Like Chen tanked there, but not on purpose. Yeah. So you don't really have someone that can just stand between you and the enemy team, which is what Luna should be looking for. And you can't really ever be safe there.
The issue, I mean, first of all, you're completely right. And the solution I think that Nisha has opted for is Aeon Disc. And that'll give you, you know, the ability to tank 1 spell, maybe 2 if you're lucky. And Alliance are, I don't want to say sloppy, but just committing really onto a Puck as you naturally want to. You know, like I could see like a Spike Carapace, an Impale, and maybe a Stormhammer onto a Puck before Aeon Disc dispels them all. That's not like quite tanking. It is at least removing spells and a lot of utility that has so far been, you know, quite deadly to the Luna. That might be enough to help, but like the execution needs to be perfect after that Aeon Disc is out, and it's a snap decision as well. It's okay, Aeon Disc is procced. You know, let's do the mental math. What did they use here? Stormhammer, this done, this done. What do they still have? Can we take a fight immediately, or do we back off on this? And that's a really hard snap decision to make in the chaos of the team fights that we just called Dota 2.
Also, genuinely, I wouldn't be too opposed to the idea of a nullifier later on for the Viper, because that thing that synergizes well with the hero, and that would dispel the Aeon Disc completely. Right? So that would always be an option, because of course the Aeon Disc gets combined with the Sven, with the Chen heals, and so you have technically 2 Aeon Discs to a degree for the Puck.
Okay, I could see that. Assuming, of course, Puppey is not out of position, which, I mean, he's Puppey, right? He rarely is. Fair enough, though. Yeah, I could see it. Nyx, by the way, going for the burrow build, so is looking to dig himself up a nice little hole here for Hanskin. Just be as annoying as possible, whether it be on the high ground siege or you know, on the defending or attacking end. It's quite a powerful ability here for our Nyx assassin. The Greb, unfortunately, not the best of farmers here, Hanskin. So it's just Tranquil Boots, the Wand, and then immediately into Ags. He'll still be farming this one for some time. Another interesting, though, coming out.
I'm surprised they went straight into the Ags, honestly. I was expecting a bit of mobility, but I guess the Ags also gives you both really good high ground defense and high ground push. So that's always a very valuable thing. You know that this game is going to be played, honestly, on the extremes. Either Secret completely take you down, or you're taking down Secret really easily. You don't really need the mobility on Hanskin, because S4 is a great tank for these fights.
Yeah, I mean, what are you talking, like a 4-staff for Hanskin as opposed to straight?
Yeah, like a 4-staff or a Blink or even Yules.
I could see Blink. I could see Blink genuinely. I think Yules got 2 Oh, nice BKB. Great BKB.
Nice BKB. Yeah, Nico Baby. He jumped the gun in the God Strength, but I don't think it's that big a deal. You can still fight this if S4 wants to. Hit by the Penitents. There we go, Chakram. And they stop Puppy, and they can at least get a free kill on Puppy. They'll take that.
The tower machine gun.
They're going for Yamzor. Yamzor's going to fall here. Hand of God saving his Spiderlegs as well. Nicobi can't catch him to him in the high ground. Yamzor TPing. He's dancing. He danced a bit too early. Yamzor will die, but a Drink Ball into 3 might be able to turn this around in favor of Secret, unless their Pango dies immediately. There was no fall to the Dream Core. Only FNG fell. And now Niche is looking for some kills in the backlines, but Timber's a bit too tanky. S4 has the Essence Ring, will keep himself alive. Niche is running out of mana. He wasn't even attacked. He just can't kill the Timber.
DD ruined. Sven, or sorry, not Sven. Roche is respawning, luckily, here for the likes of Secret in 50 seconds, where they just throw it into the bottle. Nisha still looking for this kill. Might have it? No.
He's not going to die. Just accept it. Timber's immortal. He's a demi-human. He's okay. Look at that. The Puck is not the hero that is going to kill him, unfortunately. Not with a Hooded Defiance, not with a Kayan Sanj. Maybe Luna, if he's in the middle of the fight. Maybe the Pango if you control Rolling Thunder.
He feels confident because he's still got Aeon Disc, but I think now that he's scouted the DD rune in the part of you into the bottle of the Sven, he's going to need to save that for a potential Roche fight coming up.
Okay, Puck got frustrated though and built a Dagon and is like, okay, now I got this Timber. This caster says I can't kill him, and watch me.
That was, I'm just cutting a replay here. Nice moves by Yapso, just staying alive as long as he can. Of course, assisted a lot by Puppy, and it looked like a really promising counter initiation. But just watch Matumba Man in this fight. He just doesn't feel too confident going in. I think the fight right after that pause kind of added a lot of doubt here. And of course, as a reminder, in this replay, he quite literally has just used BKB. Hold on, we're fighting.
Zai? But it doesn't seem to matter to the Sven. Nico just walking in, hoping to finish off Puppy. There's the Hex. S4 also joining in with Nico Baby. They've killed FNG in the backlines. Limp is running away as Nico Baby deciding to go forward instead of saving his Viper. Limp is being very annoyed right now. The team fight's been divided and Alliance wants to regroup. Secret is doing a really good job at least of, you know, delaying this game, making it difficult for Alliance to fight accordingly.
Hold on. They are looking to cut off Nisha here, who pushes one more wave, decides that's enough, and I don't think that Alliance will be having the catch necessary to get him. Nisha, especially with a ward here on the cliff, feels extra confident. They might be fighting here near the triangle, though. Without FNG for 10 more seconds, Secret desperate to look for at least one more pick-off here before Roshan is up. Now he's alive. Matumba is just going to start it up. Pushed up by Roshan, very low on the mana, but has BKB, and now 3 mangoes freshly delivered. Very quickly munch on these.
They're starting to, they're trying to force him into the high ground, but they know that Secret's not going to do that. But what they were trying to do there is to say S4, you know, wiggle his booty and go, hey, go after me, and then surprise him in the high ground. Nyx was in a choke point, so you can always spike Carpus, right? If they walk near you, because of course spike Carpus turn into an area stun if you're in Burrow.
Yep, Burrow's gonna be really, really annoying. Nyx is not usually a hero that you think about when it comes to Roche control, because very frequently you have this sort of setup where there's double vision from both teams on the sentry, usually in a couple observer wards around the pit. So usually it's pretty obvious if there's a Nyx assassin burrowed in, but it is a large AoE to control. You're absolutely right. It is not to be trifled with here. Hanscan can and will set up shop in this Roche pit and absolutely cause chaos here for Secret if he's not scouted out.
He didn't go for any mobility. It's difficult for him to do the combo. It used to be the case where you like impale, then blink in, and then burrow, and then spike Carpus. You actually do have enough time still to do that if you go for the impale stun talent. But he's looking more to be a defensive idea, so a defensive like matrix, almost like a wall for Alliance. Timbersaw always is a place to retreat to, so that Viper can stay safe. I mean, we saw it last team fight, right? Puck is just free to go onto Limp. Limp can't really do much against the Puck, and then Hanskin needs to be there to defend him. So that's why I think the Axe is a good idea.
I also want to commend the patience of Alliance especially, but really generally speaking of both teams. They know that, I think Alliance, like that fight was really messy and basically spread out on the entire top of the map. Okay, I think we're going to fight here briefly. Got Sentry Ward ready to go. YapzOr pre-casting the stun. But they might have been able to still turn that into a fight. Everyone was just so awkwardly positioned. Basically, you could draw one line and intersect every single Dota hero that was still alive at that stage of the fights. But they both knew Roshan was going to be spawning within, you know, the 1 to 3 minute marks. And losing a fight at that stage could genuinely be devastating. It is second Rosh, of course, one of the most powerful in the game. So I have to commend the patience here. Oh, there's YapzOr, though, making the jump in. Looking to blow up FNG. They got him. No buyback for 50 seconds. That's forced in, though. They'll hit him with a dig on Zai, able to ignore and shrug off the Sven pulls with the roll-up now as S4 pops his BKB, turning. Hand of God, though, keeps Matumba Man alive. S4 looking to get back up into the high ground here with the Timber Chain and Chakram. He's good to go. Nisha, though, chasing after more. He's out of...
All right. Well, they lost the Willow. Right? I love that you said, like, I commend their patience as Willow just walks to the high ground.
Yeah, someone's got to do it, unfortunately.
Now, you're doing this on purpose so they fight. I get it. Nico Baby, Puppy is... it's not going to last against that crit.
That's Daedalus for you.
Now they can go for the Roche, maybe? I mean, Puppy is used for the Hand of God. I guess you wasted that. You still have the Pango Rolling Thunder, though, so careful. The Viper has Scotty, though, so he's not an easy kill either. There's a Rolling Thunder. Stopping someone. They actually walk out of the pit, but S4's been decimated. Goodbye to S4. Hanskin.
They push the burrow out.
That Spike Carpus will do nothing. Nico
Baby, him out on accident.
He has BKB still, so he can still initiate here. He still wants the Roche. Look at this, they lost the Rolling Thunder, now it's up to Puck. Active BKB, Dead Warlock into the pit, to take the Aegis, gonna be Nico Baby, Matumba Man out of mana. He was hoping to take that Aegis from Matumba Man instead. Will take a pummeling from the Viper. Zai already dies, Matumba can't get away. Goodbye to the Luna. As Nico Baby chasing after Puppy, another freebie here. They can't even burst on FNG. Only Nisha's left alive out of the cores here for Secret, and a measly Lion that's just trying to run away. YapzOr can't do much.
Oh, that was so tense. Both teams, they knew how important second Rosh is, or that second Rosh is just overall, and it's so punishing. That's a Secret. You know, they kind of just assume that they're going to be able to pick up anything. Aegis, Cheese, hell, even the Shard they would take at this stage. But Nico Baby gets the two most important one. He gets Aegis and Cheese, or he gets Aegis and the Shard, with Cheese being claimed by Limp, and now they're just straight up onto the high ground with not much you can do about it. It was a great initiation being able to get through S4 as quickly as they did. I believe he does buy back to get into that fight. As, no, he doesn't. They didn't even kill him.
Nisha trying to burst out Nico Baby. He still has the Aegis though. Maybe fine. He still has the Cheese. Nisha. Oh, Leander saving him for a second, but he's stopped with the Yule Scepter. That's not going to be affected by Standard Resistance. Avoids the Terrorize. But the FNG wants to cancel out. Blink Dagger has been broken. Curse Ground might just trigger. No, he avoids it nicely with a phase shift. He doesn't have a Shard though, so he can't really push high ground as efficiently. Alliance will back out yet again.
That's, I think, the game-defining fight here. I think it was all leading really up to this one, as it frequently does in this patch of Dota. Second Roshan of the utmost importance. Roshan taking a stroll outside of the pit, kind of doing his curtain call, if you will, letting everyone know, hey guys, I'm about to die, get ready to fight. And looks like Alliance just in a little bit of a better position there, despite a solid opening from Secret. We'll take a quick look at that, because Alliance still postured aggressively. Okay, that's as far as we'll get here. The two-man cleave, they nuke right through Zai.
You need to be like a shark indeed. Apparently Shark's killed by twos. Oh, but the Aegis taken away. That's God's strength as well. YapzOr, they activated his Aeon Disc. Limp. There's, okay, Stormhammer onto YapzOr. They're going to burst him down. Secret don't know what to do any longer. It's a bit too late. Sven's a bit too strong.
I think it's GG, honestly. FNG plants the Brambles. Able to, of course, land the kill onto Nisha. Matumba is alive without Eclipse, with BKB and a Butterfly. We're about to have Swift Blink now on the way for Nico Baby. They can go for Megas here. Not going to push it for tier 4s. Puppy's alive at 10. We've got Zai dead for 30, though, without buyback. He's just shy of it by just under 400 gold. Tumba just shy of it by 300 gold.
That TP just to scare them away, it seems like, but the Chen is not going to scare them. And eventually the Rax will fall. We have Swift Blink on Nico Baby as well now.
We recovered the gem at least. We recovered gem on Nisha, so
that's pretty good. That's a start. He's trying to burst on S4. Nisha's almost doing it actually. Now the chances for Puppy. Puppy will die yet again. Nico Baby going for Matumba next. I don't think he even needs the God Strength any longer. Viper's keeping Matumba at bay.
Yeah, it's just that Scotty slow, man. It's so punishing for the Luna. 50% move speed slow is nothing it feels like you can do about it. Yeah, you might be able to, you know, get this much damage onto Viper, but he's still holding on to the cheese here. As in goes Zai, they're going to put it all into this last fight. Now Zai at least locking down Limp, but there's no follow-up damage, so he easily consumes the cheese, gets that fondue going, and now looking to turn and fight. Nico Baby, Switch Blink on cooldown for another second, but they can't manage to dodge the Storm Hammer. Now looking to close the gap, they get the Terrorite onto Matumba Man, he's falling low, and he's down. Does have buyback at the very least, but no BKB and no ulti. Zai's going to take a dive as well, as Nico Baby able to control him, and they didn't even manage to lock down Nisha. Handskin and FNG killing the Fairy and killing Secret's chances for an upper bracket run here, as they will be sent down to face Nigma tomorrow in the lower brackets.
Honestly, I think Secret shouldn't be too sad about this game. It was a very hard game to execute. I think they played it pretty deep.